Hey, y'all, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Kevin. Welcome to Hope Ignited.
We have a Super Bowl-sized episode for you today with one of the most beautiful and iconic cheerleaders in the world. It was such an honor to have Kleine Powell on our show. Can you believe that she finally joined us?
First of all, I just remembered we should talk about how I butchered her name when she was leaving the studio.
Well,
Kleine. Okay, Kleine, I was like hoping you didn't hear this, but when you're walking, you know how your first and your last name are kind of like last names? I mean, you know
they're
that,
not.
right?
They're not.
They kind of are, right? A little bit
Yeah.
like Kevin Klein or whatever. That's a bad example. But anyway, so you're walking out the door and my brain just froze up and I was like, all right, see you later, pal. Like we're in a locker room.
The way she handled it with such dignity and grace, she was like, great to see you, Kevin. Have a great day.
Great to see you, Hale.
Yeah, she should have said that. But
anyway, sorry I messed up your name, but
yes,
amazing.
Kleine is a longtime friend of NBCF, and she has really shown up for us countless times when it comes to packing Hope Kits and really just being a community servant leader for us and helping us further our mission. But for those of you that maybe don't know her, let me tell you a little bit about her. So Kleine is somebody whose lifelong dream took one of the most unrecognizable turns in the world. You're going to hear about that today. It's a story that's far more than pom-poms and football. She's a former Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Spoiler alert. You're going to hear that first here. She's an artist. She's a creative. She's an entrepreneur. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And she's somebody who's passionate about encouraging others to pursue their passion with courage. Kleine was a once-in-a-lifetime guest, and I'm so excited that we finally had her on. What are some reasons that people should watch the show today?
Well, for one thing, the fish out of water thing, and I want to talk about that later on in our post-game wrap-up. But it's just fascinating when you see these like really highly motivated, driven people who throw themselves into stuff because it's like they just accomplish things everywhere they go. They're just not like right now. Kleine is all over social media. Mm-hmm. She's working with the Japanese consulate. Is that right?
Yes.
In DC, which is a whole story in and of itself. So you're going to want to stick around and hear her Japanese thread that she has and anime and all that, but also these amazing behind the scenes anecdotes from her time on the show on Netflix and becoming kind of famous from out of nowhere.
Yeah. She, for me, and a reason that I really want to encourage you guys to watch, I kind of teased on social media ahead of time that she was coming on. And I asked you guys to give me questions. I answered all of those for you. She answered all of those for you. So if you're somebody that submitted a question, you're definitely going to want to watch the episode today. And just to plug, like us and follow us because we'll always do that. Anytime we have an opportunity to let you guys interact with our guests, we'll always create a way to do that and a path for them to answer your questions. But for somebody who is a super fan of this show, not just the team, not just the girls, not just the hard work, but the Netflix show, I asked Kleine some very big behind the scene questions about production and what it's like to live in that world. And it's really cool because something that you'll hear about on the show today is that Kleine was a part of it when it was filming with CMT, and then Kleine was a part of it when it was filming with Netflix. So it's kind of cool to hear her talk about the evolution of the production and just kind of the demands on her personal life. And you guys aren't going to want to miss it. I mean, it's just a really cool episode.
Yeah. Also, and this kind of blew me away when she walked in that day and she said, I've never been on a podcast before.
Yes.
This is her podcast
first
exclusive.
podcast ever. Yes.
So it's a long form, hour long, just kind of no filter type of conversation that you're going to have with her. So we are grateful that you stopped by Hope Ignited. We do these interviews with really amazing, inspirational people and try to have a good time doing it. So stick around for more shows, and try to check out some more episodes. But we are so glad that you're here today, and we know you're going to enjoy this episode with Kleine Powell.
So we are so excited to know that there are other America's sweethearts in the world besides us.
I thought we were the sweethearts in the studio today, but
we are.
We have an additional.
We have the America's sweetheart in studio today. Let's give it up for Kleine Powell.
Yay! Welcome, Kleine.
Hello,
welcome to Hope Ignited.
Okay, this is true. This is like 3 seasons/years overdue that you're finally here, and I'm so excited. We've made it out of the group chat.
We literally made it out of the group chat.
I'm so excited. Oh, thank you for being here.
I'm so excited to be here. We've been talking about this for literally so long. We would do the Hope Kits. We would pack Hope Kits every single February with a group of girls. And I would always tour the podcast room. And I was like, wow, it's really nice in here. And then you were like, pull up. And I was like, Let me just pull up.
And you did with an egg and coffee, nonetheless.
Ew, my one
Tell us
single
about the
scrambled
egg.
egg.
Yeah,
Let's
tell us
not.
about
I love that.
you're in an egg phase.
She
First
came
of all,
in with
it
one
was
egg.
smelly.
You came in with one egg right in the bag.
I pulled up to the cafe and I was like, can I get a coffee? And also, can I have one single egg? And he was like, are you sure you want one egg? I was like, just scramble it. Just put it in the box, just scramble it. And then
Just
I
in
didn't
there.
even eat it because I'm out of my egg phase. So
Yeah.
I should have just known.
Wait, the phase was 10 minutes?
The phase
15.
lasted while I was ordering. And then I got the egg and I was like, I'm out of the phase.
You moved right out without
I
even
moved
eating
right
it.
out. But
Okay.
anyways, we're here. I have my coffee. So we're all good.
Yeah.
People love you. And I want you to know, I think people love you because you are unapologetically yourself. Like you are just like, you're so authentic. You're not afraid to speak your mind. You're a genuine girl's girl. I think it would be really interesting to hear you've had this title of DCC for so long. We actually talked about this before we started filming. What did you want your title in your lower third to be? So now that you're not on the team, now that you're not on the show, who is Klein?
That is such a profound question.
So deep, so deep.
I think if I could put any words in my little lower third title, it would be Kleine Powell, whimsical fairy mermaid.
Yes.
But I can't have that.
That's already mine. That's why you can't do that.
That's at the forefront of my mind always. But I think with having such an incredible journey and tenure, I still feel so fulfilled and so grateful and gracious for all of the opportunities that have like come my way. But I think also what comes with it is a really big responsibility, I feel a responsibility to give back. Not only is it my passion, but I feel like it's something that I was kind of like put on this earth to do. So I have a lot of like interests and things that I want to do in life and goals that I want to achieve. So it's kind of hard to put it all into one box of Kleine Powell, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
So, and it's so interesting too with my tenure. It's like, yes, I retired from my 5 years with the Cowboys, but it's also like I'm still very much like teaching classes for them. Like I had an
Yes.
appearance last week. I have like practice sometimes. So it's like, am I really retired? So I'm kind of in this awkward like transition phase. But I think what I would like to do is kind of take this and kind of catapult it into all of my different interests. So obviously volunteering, I'm here every February
Yes.
and it seriously means the world to me.
Please always come back.
I always will. And
Okay,
I
good.
wore my pink today because
love
I was
it.
on the pink podcast. But so I feel like there's so many things that I want to do in life and things that I want to achieve and avenues I want to go down. I'm very much into my art business right now. I do photography, videography. I love traveling. I love being around my family. I'm married to my husband, Luke. I'm to Luke.
We love you, Luke. Yes.
Love Luke so much.
Yes.
He was not invited to be here today, but if he was, he would be sitting here very quietly.
Oh, don't worry. Part 2, Luke's coming. We are reeling Luke in. Maybe he'll bring us, I don't know, some avocado for your eggs. Or
He will
something.
for my eggs.
He's our toast guy. He brings the toast. Yeah. I love it.
So, and I'm mother to 2 cats, and
Yes.
they are my pride and joy. But
Give them a shout out. What's their name?
Poosh and Momo.
I love it so much.
Momo.
I love
They're
it.
precious.
People that follow you know all about those sweet cats.
They do. I actually, what's it called when you are like poisoned in the brain from toxoplasmosis because your cats try to like hypnotize you or something?
I
You know
have
what I'm
that
talking
from
about?
lettuce, but what do you
From lettuce,
Yeah, yeah.
and produce.
I
don't
know you. I know you. You want to hone in on photography and videography. So
I'm
Kevin, you
fascinated
do.
by that.
Kevin is a photographer.
Well, yeah, and,
yes,
and the producers in the room, we're all
I
fascinated.
know
to hear
they're
that.
excited.
Because we all love audio. Did you always enjoy taking photos when you were a little kid, or
Yes.
doing videos, or what?
So in college, my major was digital media and design, and my minor was in Japanese. So I originally wanted to be an animator in Japan, and I was just gonna kind of like use all of my skills and my language skills to just pop on over to Japan. I thought it'd be just easy as that. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. And so that was my plan, and my focus was animation, but I loved photography, loved videography. I was honestly the best at videography, but I really wanted to do animation. And I love that I chose the hardest facet possible that you could possibly choose in the digital media and design world.
Right.
So I was originally, that's kind of how I became a DCC, is because that like plan failed. So that was like one of my I don't like to call it a failure, but it was very much a redirection for me.
Yeah.
What does that look like though? Like you tried to go and you couldn't. Like describe that moment to us.
Yeah. It was when COVID hit. And this was before COVID. I had spent months and months and months trying to get scholarships and aid money to get me over to Japan, because obviously I'm not affording that as
And where were you coming from? Where
I was at the University of Kentucky.
Okay. And Kentucky is home.
I was from Kentucky.
Okay.
And so I literally wrote so many essays, applied to so many scholarship aid programs, like anything that I could think of. And I got a lot of it, and I was feeling so on top of the world because I've never really like worked that hard for something that wasn't already built into the curriculum. So this was like an extra study abroad thing that I really wanted to go after. And then COVID hit, and literally all of my scholarships were just simply taken away.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, that was kind of like the first thing in my life that I really put so much effort into and countless hours. And, on top of dance team, on top of my other curriculum, on top of having a long-term boyfriend, Luke was in the picture.
High school sweetheart, right? High school sweetheart. Yeah.
So he was, obviously, he was very upset for me too. And I was like, what am I going to do now? That was kind of like the whole point. And at that year, UDA Nationals, this is what the colleges, the dance teams compete at every year.
We've seen Bring It On. We know.
Oh, you know. At UDA Nationals, it's very big. Today's day and age, it's even bigger than it was when I was in college. And so it had been pushed back from January to April. And so I was like, okay, well, I really love dance. Let me see what happens after Nationals. I was still in shape. I saw Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders were posting their online auditions around that time, and I was like...
And this is CMT era, right?
CMT era.
Netflix isn't even
Netflix is not a thought in the wind right now.
But were they already on CMT?
Yes.
Okay.
I was actually on... Well, I'll get to that. But I tried out, and I just kept making it past the rounds, and I was like, what is going on?
But you have to explain to Kevin. So for the Kevins that are watching today, different rounds, trying out, how you submit an audition, like peel back that piece of it.
That's so true.
Yes.
Because it is actually very convoluted and layered.
Yeah.
So I decided that I wasn't done dancing, and I was like, let me see if I can do this at the professional level. They posted tryouts on Instagram and on the website and stuff. And basically round one constitutes submitting a video of a 60-second solo dance that you come up with, and you have to wear a little two-piece sparkly outfit, and you submit a full resume of all of your dance experience. You submit a headshot, and then a couple other things, and I think that's your first round.
Did you have to do an introduction video hey, my name is
y'all, my name's Klein, Calvin Klein. I was so I think I had 3 shots of espresso that morning.
Were you leaning hard into Kentucky? My name's Klein.
I mean, I had an accent at that point.
It.
And I watched that video back and I was like, where did that come from?
When did you lose your accent? Because I was going to say, I don't pick up any Kentuckian.
Well, I feel like it comes out when I talk to family, but when you're back to that. Yes, I feel like they don't understand me when I talk like this.
Yeah.
So when I'm on the phone with my mom and she's like, what? I'm like, oh, wait, well,
media training will do that though. I mean,
really
you're kind of media trained to lose your accent.
A little bit, just because you enunciate things a little bit more, and I still am kind of bad at it. I
stutter sometimes. Speeding up. Talking faster kind of moves us out of the Southern accent, I've noticed.
Yeah. Why do you keep looking at me except for me? You're the exception. Yeah. Subtitles.
She knows how to she weaponizes her Southern accent. She knows how to use it. It's like Matt McConaughey, how he's like,
oh yeah.
There, you want to buy this whiskey.
It works for all of us.
What's the one line that he says?
Oh,
I love you, Ashley.
Hey,
will you
would be a lot cooler if you did.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Come on, the main one, guys. What's his main
all
thing
right.
he's known for? All right.
That's what it is.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's what it is. I could not think of that.
Had we not had a live studio audience, that would have never happened.
I'm so ashamed of myself.
Yeah, pulled that one out.
Yeah,
I saw him one time after. In real life, I was at this. It was a Livestrong event in Austin, and it was a dinner. This was back probably 2016 or something. I don't know.
We were barely
10
born.
years ago.
He always tells these stories before.
Barely
born. You guys were in elementary school back then.
Oh my God.
He was he had just finished wrapping this. It's called Dallas Buyers Club, where he
We got so
was
skinny.
nominated, and he was playing a dying AIDS patient.
Yeah.
And I'm telling
ate
you,
so much lettuce
he came
for that role.
walking through. That's how he lost all his weight. He came walking through like right past us, and I've never seen anyone look so. He looked like a walking skeleton. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Wow,
I think
he was method acting?
He got down to like 120 pounds or something like nuts
That's
like that.
wild.
And then he'll just go like then he can put on like 75 pounds.
I always wonder how they do that.
I don't understand
I feel
that
like
when
they
that way,
get buff too.
That's
Yeah,
literally
like,
what Luke Powell does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his weight fluctuates like crazy. I'm
Make
like,
it make sense.
he eats one burger and he gains 15 pounds, but he eats a fry and then he loses 26 pounds. And I'm like,
Look,
Yeah.
when you're in the
Yeah.
starring role of a Star Wars film,
Right,
you have
right.
powers to do
It's
things.
very
like that.
true, very true.
Luke. Okay, you submitted round 1 audition.
oh, yes. Okay, so that was my round 1 and I made it through. And I was very confused because I had a lot of self-doubt and a lot of, what's it called when you feel like in your mind?
I mean,
I'm
I
missing
think
a word.
it's spiritual warfar, to be honest with you. But
That-
it is self-doubt.
You're
Yeah.
talking-
Self-doubt.
Yeah.
Imposter syndrome.
Imposter
Yes.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Theme
had that. And around this time, my friends and I, we did a little graduation gift to ourselves that was like actually insane. We went on a month-long road trip. It was me and my 2 college best friends. We got in a car and we just drove west. So we went through Colorado, and this is the most west I'd ever been at the time. So we went Colorado all the way to the West Coast, Seattle, Hawaii, like we did for a month. It took us a month.
fun.
And, we're broke college kids. So
Yeah.
we're like staying on motels on the side of the road. I probably shouldn't say that. My mom's going to listen to this.
Right?
But so while I'm doing that, I'm like living this like crazy, insane, I felt like a road trip. I don't even know what I thought I was, but it was so fun. And at the same time, I kept making it through these rounds. So there I was, I found myself in Arizona. I made it to the second round. And I was like, well, crap, I didn't plan for this.
Yeah, what do you do
What do
now?
I do now? So basically for round 2, they send you a piece of DCC choreography plus a kick line because we're very big into kicks.
Yes.
And you have to film it. Plus you do, I think, 2 like speaking questions, like answering. I think one of them was, what would you, if you were to make the team, what would your cause be for my cause, my boots
Okay.
initiative? And then also it was like, what's the craziest thing you've ever done or something cute
were like,
questions
this
like
trip
that.
right
I was
now,
like literally
actually.
what I'm doing right now is the craziest thing.
Yes.
And so
Do you remember what piece it was that they sent you for the second round audition? I'm just curious.
it was like it was like, I got the golden touch. It was like really weird. I've never heard the song before.
Okay.
And then the kick line was to the Kelly Clarkson song that we always kick to for auditions.
Okay.
It was like, get up on your feet, get up. That song?
Yes.
And okay, so there we were in the middle of Arizona. My friend was moving into medical school there. So we actually had like an apartment. We weren't in a dusty motel this time.
Mom.
And yes. And we moved all of the furniture. They helped me get ready. I had one of my friends doing my hair. I was doing my makeup. The other one was like steaming my outfit. It was like, we couldn't believe, I couldn't believe that I made it, but they were like, of course you made it. They're good friends. And we move all the furniture and they're like, okay, go. And then I was like, okay. So I did the routine, did the kicks, whatever, submitted it. It was like 2 hours before it was due. I was feeling so good. I had my makeup on. I was like just resting. And then I look back at the instructions and it said to keep the video rolling the entire time. So do the dance and stand there and be out of breath and then do the kicks. And I separated
Wow.
it into 2 separate videos because I was an idiot and I didn't read the instructions. So 2 hours before it was due, I said, girls, we got to move the furniture again. And I had to redo the entire thing. And I was so out of breath. So like I got it in, I think 10 minutes before it was due. Wow. So I was like, that's it for me. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Whatever. We continue on with our road trip. We're in California. We go through Oregon, Washington, Seattle. I opened my email in Seattle, Washington with my friends literally eyeballing me down. And I opened my laptop and I have an email. And there was no subject line. And all that it was an attached video of Kelly, Judy, Charlotte, and all of these people saying, congratulations, you made it to training camp. And I was like,
goodness.
oh my gosh.
That's so fun.
I literally was like, I didn't know what to do with myself. So made it to training camp. We flew to Hawaii. I had to learn 12 dances online, like in a Dropbox, and Thunderstruck was one of them. And imagine this, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't have the style yet. I I do not live in Texas.
Because what was your dance style at that point?
Very hip hop.
Okay.
I was very collegiate hip hop, like grounded, grungy type dancer.
Not pom, not kick.
Cute, beautiful technical pom.
Yes.
Now, luckily, I had trained in kicks, so my kicks weren't the problem. It was genuinely my dance style.
Yeah.
I was like so grounded, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be like the hardest punching and hit the biggest moves and all this stuff. And I got to training camp, and we flew back from Hawaii. I practiced for a couple more days, like 3 more days, and then I literally moved to Texas with 1 suitcase. And I stayed with a host mom, went through training camp, and it was, let's just say, I'm just glad it's not broadcasted on Netflix for millions of eyes to see.
Right. But what was that experience? I mean, you leave Kentucky. Well, really, you leave the West Coast. But you leave Kentucky. Had you been to Texas before?
I had connected, but again, I was, a senior in college. I had no travel experience. I had no idea what I was doing. And I just moved states within 3 days.
To live with a stranger.
To live with a stranger.
During the most trying time of your life to that point.
And to be filmed for the CMT network show of DCC Making the Team for its last season. So I was actually on season 16, which is their last season.
Yeah.
And then went through the entire training camp process, just, mortified, scared out of my mind, because I was like, such imposter syndrome, what am I doing here? I don't have the style. But again, it was one of those things like how I was with the scholarships for Japan and for studying Japanese. I put in so many countless hours. I was doing probably 4 or 5 practice sessions a day before I got to training camp. I was practicing with veterans. I was traveling to studios. I was doing everything in my power to make this dream a reality.
What kind of feedback were you getting from them? Did you stand out early on? And in what way? And I know it's tough to talk about yourself like that. But,
I had a lot of positive and a lot of negative feedback, which I feel like that's just the story of my life. But it always just makes you grow. And so I'm always grateful for that. I mean, if they had never, the thing about training camp is if they don't say anything to you, that can be one of 2 things. Yeah. Either you're doing really good or you're doing really bad.
Or you blend in.
You blend in.
You don't necessarily want to blend in. Yes.
So the good thing and the good news for me is that they always had something to say to me.
Yeah.
Which looking back, I really do appreciate. But some of the feedback that I was receiving was like my feet weren't clean, which I was like, how do you clean your feet?
Right? Is this biblical? Jesus washed my feet.
I was like, are they dirty?
What are we talking?
They were like, clean your feet. They said that my facials were too hip hoppy or too
you're meat mugging too much?
I was and you just cleaning up the details, things like that. And so I was like, okay, what does that mean? But it really just meant that I didn't have the style yet. But on the positive side, they liked my personality and, they liked my look and all of that stuff, which it was so funny because I was like, am I a personality hire?
You hire for character, you train for skill.
Train for skill, yes.
So that's such a positive.
I mean, that is a big part of it, though, is personality, I have to imagine. If you're trying to build a TV show that is where there's personality. And then the Cowboys cheerleaders, going back, so when I was a little kid, I think I may have told this story before, we had a family friend who, her name was Tammy, and she was on the squad back in the late 70s.
Wait, Tammy Barber?
Stop it.
Blonde, well, that doesn't narrow it down much. She's a psychologist.
A blonde Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Blonde minority.
I'm forgetting her last name, but she's a child psychologist now.
Okay, cool.
She's still in the area, but she was a family friend of ours, and I remember they were larger than life. It was like, wow, the Cowboys cheerleaders are larger than life. So personality, I'm sure, has a huge, factor in this. And then that was before a TV show came along. So did early on, did you start to get this sense that they're really giving me a lot more camera time here? And how did that dynamic play out?
That's
a really interesting question.
Yeah. I feel like it was really interesting back in the day. So back in the day, it was literally 5 years ago. But in 2021, it was crazy because our training camp was probably one of the largest that they've ever had. They just had a pretty big amount of turnover the year before. So there was 22 of us in training camp, which is a lot if you watch the Netflix series now. And eventually, of course, made the team with 13 in my rookie class. So it was kind of hard to zone in on a lot of us just because it was so large. But I do think for the whole personality conversation, it was less in terms of like the TV world that they like personality or whatever, and more for like the speaking side and the community service side, because I mean, nobody wants to talk and be friends with a knot on the log. You know? It's like people want to feel connection, and they want to feel valued and seen and heard and all of those things. And that's something that I strive to bring to any conversation that I walk into. And I think Kelly and Judy have such difficult jobs because they kind of have to sift through the amazing technical dancers and the talent that they see every year and kind of find people who also have that passion and spark. And so I think it's really, I couldn't imagine having their job because it's like the hardest job in the world. I mean, you're literally making someone's dream come true or not.
Well, in this day and age, it's their income, it's their brand. It literally sets you up. It could, for the rest of your life, right? And so I completely agree with you. It is a little girl's biggest dream come true, but it's also like genuinely now the way that people make a living, which is wild when you think about that.
Yeah.
I'm so curious to know the difference between a CMT production and a Netflix production. Like, how invasive was that?
Oh my gosh,
like, what was the difference between the two shows? Since you're a rarity because you got to experience both.
Gosh, it's crazy.
I'm so curious to know the difference.
Oh my gosh, that is a really good question. I feel like a lot of people forget that the CMT series it was like reality TV more so. Like, it was just kind of like you threw it on and you like kind of did like house chores. You know what I mean?
It was kind of background.
Yeah,
yes,
a little
you're
bit.
Right. You're right.
And the Netflix series to me feels like art. It's very well done. It's like a really nice production. I mean, their cameras are, so much money. I can't even imagine how much money. But I think a lot of people forget that the CMT series only lasted for the summer and for training camp. So it was literally about the gotcha moments and the shock factor and who's getting cut and all of this kind of like drama. And at the same time, they were only there for the summer. So our seasons were way more intimate, and we felt like we could really just be girls in the locker room and just kind of like be silly or be stupid if we wanted to be or whatever.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, the Netflix series lasts over the course of the entire season, but we have no idea what they're going to use. So they could be filming for 3 hours one day. And that's actually what happened when we filmed the scene where it's myself and then my two best friends on the team, Megan and Leah. We got a hotel the night before finals just to like literally walk over. We thought it'd be fun. And they filmed with us for 3 hours, and they used literally 5 minutes of it. And
which is a lot.
Which is kind of a lot.
Yes.
But we were talking about like what snacks we brought.
Yes.
Leah was like, I brought beef jerky. And, and that's all they used,
Yeah.
So.
And you're like, that?
I know.
Do you ever say something, you go, that was gold? Like, you're thinking, man, I just
nailed
nailed a great line. You're waiting for it. And then you're like, come on, you didn't put that in.
Yeah, I will say they did use a lot of mine because I was like, what did they put
I feel like they would have talked about the egg. I feel like the egg thing would have been something they dialed in on,
They would have talked about the egg,
They would have talked about the egg. I said so many interesting things. It was to the point where I was like, I might have undiagnosed ADHD, which might make sense because my mom recently got diagnosed last year.
Do you get say-so or creative freedom with them? Do you get to say, please don't use that, please use that? Are they telling you things like, I'm coming in your room to wake you up, have on makeup? Like, I'm so curious about the behind the scenes of stuff like that.
That's a good question. Okay, I totally understand. I used to have all those questions too.
Yes.
And I don't know how other shows particularly do it, but with Netflix, it is a docuseries, so they just kind of film like you're a zoo animal in a cage, they just kind of like observe. But it was like very professional at the same time. So you would kind of text your producers, or the producers would text you and just say like, hey, like we want to come film with you. Like, what do you think about this and that? They'll come over, and then, there'll be like a camera guy, audio guy, sound guy, producer, and then they'll all kind of like coordinate together and then come to your house, for example, and then they'll just sit you down, and the producer will ask you questions behind the camera, and you just kind of talk while you're doing stuff. So that's kind of how like the OTFs or the on the fly interviews kind of are conducted. But then when we get to training camp, it's just kind of like camera, light. And then it's like the craziest part is they have curtains set up and it's all of these monitors and you watch all the different like angles of the kind of like what is happening right now.
Yeah.
Kind of like this, but there will be like
They're just everywhere.
times 8.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Video village. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just live in a world of just like, did you have a complex? Like, did you feel like, well, it's a typical, like, I need to do my makeup today. I can't look like, and I understand the DCC brand is, they always want you to put your best foot forward.
Right.
They always want you to not be dressed up, but at least like presentable and you're representing a brand.
Yeah.
But did you feel more pressure because of Netflix to always look on or dress a certain way or act
Honestly,
a certain way?
It's so funny because, I mean, this is like, I don't want this to sound bad or to come off the wrong way, but I think it's so nice that people view all of us cheerleaders as like very confident and strong and empowered women. And we are, but we really lean on each other. Like a lot, we go through a lot of periods of insecurity and a lot of times where, I mean, as we saw on the show, like online hate was a really big thing that people were really truly disturbed by, honestly. And I felt like at times I'm just someone who, I don't want to describe myself as like toxically positive because I do think that has connotations of being like a really negative thing too. But at times when it came to online hate, sometimes I would just say, oh, well, just don't read it. But while that is true, the same can equally exist over here, that someone is feeling pain and you need to be there for them. And so that was something that I kind of struggled with, was like, I need to be there for my friend because maybe they saw this or they saw it on accident, but what is actually happening is they're feeling pain of something that somebody said to them online that really truly hurt them. And so we do go through these periods of uncertainty and insecurity. And I think what makes us even more beautiful is that can exist while also being the strong and empowered and confident and kind of sharing that part with the world and keeping the insecurity and the uncertainty kind of within our 36. And I think it's special to have a group of women like that. I mean, it's hard and it's weird because it's like, this isn't normal, but it's just kind of something that just happens organically, I feel like.
Instead of asking about the online hate you gotten, I want to go the other direction and say, what is the most inspiring or uplifting comment you ever got from randomly on social media?
I have to get my phone. I have a screenshot of it.
That's
so
love
cool.
that you have a screenshot of it. That makes me so happy.
That is like
it's your affirmation. You have it as like your background.
It's
That's
like
so
it's that would be so precious, but it's honestly even better than an affirmation. It is like a real life story, and I did get permission to share this. I was gonna like make a video, but I am so bad at making videos. Okay,
While you're looking that up, is that the thing where you can stick it on the wall of your shower and watch? I just saw this invention. That's the coolest thing ever.
It's literally the best.
That way I can never be away from my phone. That's healthy. That's good for me.
That's healthy. I use it to like film my little get ready with me videos.
Oh yeah.
Kevin too.
That's another thing I could do it with.
Okay, I found it.
What if have you ever done a
Get ready with me? That's about
here's
60
my
seconds
challenge
for
to
a
you.
finger comb my
Here's
hair
my
and-
challenge to you.
My challenge to you.
I would like for you to do a get ready with me video.
Okay.
And we're going to
It'll be
put
short.
it. We are going to put it on the Hope Ignited
Okay,
channel.
all right.
Can we collab? Let's all
let's
collab
do
and
it.
do one.
All right.
I love this
And we'll
video.
see how long it takes each of us relative to each other.
We'll do your makeup.
Please.
My makeup.
I have
my
your
man
shade.
Like
I
a
have
little
your shade.
eyeliner.
We could do.
Yes.
We will do it in
Yes.
a like camera makeup where you're not
Yeah,
shining.
like I have to be a man. I don't want to,
We got you.
But yeah.
But what about drag?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
You
Not
know
so
what
much.
I'd do it?
Not so much.
We
That's
could we could pick out your outfit for an episode, get you ready for an episode, but then you have to film the get ready with me.
Okay. All right.
I'm so excited
All right.
about this. This is
Challenge
gonna be
I'm
so
down.
good.
Let's go. Do it.
While eating an egg. Okay, Rita, I want to know your
Yeah,
comment.
let's hear it.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
So it's a little bit longer, but it's like when I read this, it brought me to tears, and it honestly changed the way I look at
But
life.
you read comments.
I read certain DMs when they're not from creepy, weird men.
Okay, good. That's fair. I just think that's important. I think a lot of
Yes.
people would be curious to know if you read your comments or if you read DMs.
I read comments because they're literally hilarious on TikTok. Like that's the best part about a TikTok video. Instagram, it's usually more like my friends who are commenting, but DMs, I don't read my TikTok DMs. I don't even know how to get to them. I don't use Facebook except to update my mother, which I recently had to buy a verification badge because she kept getting scammed by different accounts. I can't even get into that right now.
No.
It is so bad.
The other Kleine.
There are, PSA, there are like 100 fake accounts of each DCC cheerleader on Facebook. So like, it's so bad.
Yeah.
They don't take them down.
Oh, that's
I know.
wild.
Anyways, so like I read certain things, but usually I'm like actually not on my phone and, doing work.
But for all of your fans, she reads her comments.
I do read
think that's really
comments.
cool. She reads comments. Leave her comments.
especially if they're funny or a meme, I will like it.
or
and it's
sweet,
hilarious.
and maybe she'll screenshot
And also
it.
sweet. I do like the sweet ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says, lengthy message incoming. This is from a girl named Grace. You'll probably never read this, which I did. But I just finished season 3 of America's Sweethearts. This past January, I suddenly lost my best friend in a tragic accident. Her bright spirit, the way she lit up a room, and how she said whatever came to mind were my absolute favorite traits of hers. I was certain she was undoubtedly unique, and I've been struggling with her death as we are so young, and the world lost her spirit far too soon. However, your energy this season and the way we got to truly see your personality shine was everything to me. It reminded me that there are souls out there like Annie's, and you're one of them. It literally makes me cry every time I read it. I frequently would look at my husband and say, Annie would have done or said that, which I'm like, she must have had undiagnosed ADHD too, because thank you for being so authentically yourself and for giving me that boost I needed to feel connected to the other side with my best friend for short bursts. You're a role model to so many, but to me, you're so much more. The sign that my angel still loves. I can't even finish it.
We have Kleenex. We have Kleenex.
She said thank you at the end and a heart. And literally every time I read it, that's why I don't read it too often, but I cry.
Wow.
But it just was like, oh, thank you.
Did you get
Sweet Grace.
Did you get that at a time where you needed to hear that too?
I think I got it last week. I mean,
This is just recent.
It's a God wink, though. Oh, that's
Incredible.
so precious. Yeah.
and
It's incredible.
I texted her back and I was like, I don't even know what to say or to respond because this is the most sweetest message anyone could have ever
So you're putting in
sent.
all this work, you're going through all the feelings of insecurity and constantly just having to put yourself out there all the time and get corrected and all this, really challenging emotional stuff that you have to deal with. And then wondering, probably just as we all do with anything we do in life, am I making a difference? Is what I'm doing making any difference in the world? And then you get a comment like that cuts through all the weird comments and all the hate and everything else. And how much does that just mean to you on the inside to hear something like that?
Just for being
That's so
yourself.
Yeah.
You were just yourself. And look at that message.
I think my heart grew like 6 sizes.
The Grinch. I love it. My favorite thing about that, and because you have been such a advocate, a hope ambassador for National Breast Cancer Foundation for so long, that's the exact same message that we're doing with those encouragement cards that we write. And when you write those, and we oftentimes hear women say, look, I appreciated every single item in that hope kit, but the encouragement card is what I put on my bathroom mirror. It's what I put in my car. That's my affirmation that I look at every single day. It was like a hug in a box that somebody loved me and they thought of me. That's exactly the same notion of like what it felt like to receive that, I would imagine. And so I just want to say kudos to you because you have utilized your platform in such a profound way that you have given back, not just to NBCF, but to several worthy causes. And I just think it's a beautiful thing that the Lord continues to bless you because you're blessing others. And never forget that that's who you are. And if I can say anything to Grace, thank you for taking the time to send that. Because if we could all channel our energy into doing good instead of all this online hatred and bullying and just the negative, what a better world it would be.
So true. Oh my gosh, I couldn't have said it better myself. You're so well spoken.
Well, we love you, Grace. We love you, Grace. Shout out to
We
Grace.
do. Shout out to
for
Grace.
that. And Annie. Thank
So
you for
true.
looking down on us and what a legacy that you got to honor. What
So
a beautiful
true.
thing. Yes, I love that.
And I also, to your point too, it did make my heart grow like 6 sizes. And it was like the sweetest, most thoughtful thing that anyone probably could have ever sent me. But also, I do feel very lucky and very blessed because I feel like my platforms are truly like overflowing with positivity and optimism. And I think it's so awesome to see because I want this brand of like whimsy and fun and optimism and just love life. And I think a lot of people gravitate to that because there is so much negativity in the world. So I will say like shout out to everyone who interacts with my content or with any of the DCC cheerleaders because I feel like everyone is super positive and I think they see all of the hard work and the effort that kind of we put in and they relate to that because everyone's going through something. Everyone is fighting something and whether you see it or not. And so I think when they see us, it's like, oh, that's a positive person.
The Cowboys fans need something positive to cling to.
I didn't even say that.
I'm the Cowboys fan,
I didn't
so
say
I
that.
can say that.
Yeah.
She's a Saints fan.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's fine.
Is there another iconic? I know the Cowboys cheerleaders are the top of the heap, but is there another dance squad that kind of is at that
like who's the
premium
number
level?
2? Are you saying like who's the number 2?
Like who's number 2? Who's the distant number 2?
Oh, good question. Well, I actually love this conversation because I've been seeing it a lot kind of on TikTok too, but it's so interesting because I feel like as DCC, we're just really well branded. And I think with all of the professional dance teams and cheer teams in NFL or in the NFL and NBA too, they're just branded differently. Like I would never literally verbally say like DC is number 1 because I feel like everyone just kind of has their own brand. And so like for me, I love to watch the Raiderettes. I think they're power pom. They are like Bratz dolls. And I think that's kind of their brand. And then there's the Colts cheerleaders and they're very grounded and kind of like stompy and they're all so cute. And my friend who I told you who you look like, she dances for the Colts, by the way. Her name's shout out to Allison if you're ever going to watch this.
We need to do a side by side.
Yeah. No, seriously, they look like twins.
She showed me. It was such a compliment. I was literally like, please tell me that people will see me that way and think that I look like her. Oh my gosh.
And then the Dolphins are just so cute and they're Miami and salsa and I could go on and on. But I think all of the individual brands are so cool and so unique. Yeah. And I want there to be, what's that show for the football teams, like Hard Knocks, where they follow each individual?
Yes.
We need that for the cheer teams because I'm sorry, I would watch that because I don't watch Hard Knocks, but I would watch it for the cheer team.
Yes. Yeah. No, I would love that.
Yes.
And you said before she got here that you wanted to talk to her more about Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're
like, did you ever get to go?
Okay. This is actually tea, but I'm going for the first time in October.
Oh, no way!
Yes. Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Japan.
Oh my gosh, it is!
I love it. That's so fun. Wear pink the whole time, please.
I literally am packing my outfits now. So I'm going to pack all my pink. But it's kind of crazy the way that it happened. But I'll give you guys the really short version of the story. But again, with like the opening of doors and opportunities and just like, if you love life, it just loves you right back. Yeah. And so the literal embassy of Japan based in DC reached out to me in September and was like, hey, we would love for you to do a video in Japanese, just like, you know, getting people to like learn another language, especially Japanese, find an interest in that, yada, yada. And I was like, I was put on this earth to do this. Yeah. Absolutely. Filmed the video. It was so cute. I did the whole thing in Japanese. I sent it to them and I was like, hey, like, I would love to post this. Like, I'll edit it. I'll send you a collab. They were like, don't even worry about it. We'll post it. We'll do the editing, whatever. So I look on Instagram one day. They posted the video. Worst video I've ever seen in my life.
Stop it.
And I love them dearly. I love you dearly, Embassy of Japan. And it was like grainy because I don't think I uploaded it right. The music was too loud. You could barely hear me speaking. And I was like, it's fine. I'll post another video someday. It's fine. So that's how I went. Well, in that same email chain, months go by. So this is like March at this point, I think. The embassy emails me and says that I have been selected for a program through the country of Japan to visit, and the entire thing's paid for, all my travel, my accommodation, on a content basis.
Now I'm gonna cry.
I fell to the floor, chills, tears, like everything. My dream is coming true.
Does Luke get to go?
Sorry, Luke is not going. Well, he might. I don't know. We're still thinking about it.
Okay. Someone's got to keep the cats.
Somebody's got to keep the cats. And so I fell to the floor, cried. And it's kind of like a cultural exchange. So I'm going to go teach a couple English classes, teach a couple dance classes.
Stop.
And then they're going to take me to go, to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, really get the cultural side of it, film like a YouTube video, and just like keep furthering that connection, honestly, between the US and Japan.
Oh, it's awesome.
And I'm actually going to go meet them this weekend in DC. My best friend's getting married in Maryland, and then I'm just going to drive down to DC and get lunch with the literal embassy of Japan.
Oh, that's incredible. And they'll do it right. They will do it right.
Oh, they're planning a luncheon. I was like, I thought we would just like go grab like a sandwich. And they were like, we actually have prepared a luncheon, and we're going to take you to see the Japanese tea garden and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I feel like the most special girl in the whole entire world.
What are you going to wear? What are you going to wear?
I don't know yet. I need to find like a cute little like dress. Yes, I don't know. It's
a big moment.
I know.
That you have to like, obviously you will, but you have to share that with all of us so that we can like follow along. That's such a big moment for you.
I was like, this is genuinely like my lifelong dream. I can't believe it's coming true.
But isn't it amazing how you think the door closed on you years ago, right?
Right.
And it was like, that door, that chapter's gone. I wasted my time.
Right.
And then you start this other chapter where you go through this other door, and then you sort of go through another door, and then now they're both happening at the same time. And
so
one
true.
wouldn't have happened without the other. And I love that. Have you seen that happen in any other thing in your life where a door was slammed in your face and you just had this new opportunity? Because I think that like with young people, that's one of the most challenging things for, especially like for the young dancers. And they're going, what does my future look like? What does my career, in the future look like?
They want it now.
So true.
Yeah,
Amazon
like, this
Prime,
didn't work
Target
out.
pickup. We want it now.
Yeah.
So
true.
Yeah, we're spoiled.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I've had so many doors slammed in my face. Like the list goes on and on. And I'll get to those. I'll get to all of those in a second. But this one in particular means so much to me because it's such a big passion of mine. Not only I really truly do have an affinity for other languages. I love learning languages. I think they're so interesting. And not only are you learning the separate vocabulary and the words, but there's layers underneath it. Like my favorite thing to learn about is when other languages have feelings and emotions that don't exist in other languages. So I actually have a tattoo of one in Japanese, but it says Ichido Ichie, and it basically means this moment will never happen again. Even if you have deja vu of a moment, it's still not the same.
It also means no regrets.
Literally no regrets.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler. It sure does.
No regrets. And so that's why I love it so much, and that's why it means so much to me. But with this, I had that door open, the whole Japanese thing. I was really like focusing on that, and then it closed. And honestly, truly, until this 5th year of DCC, with the World Cup coming, I have been so utilized with my bilingualness that I was like, whoa, like I need to practice because I don't have any Japanese friends here. How am I supposed to practice? I'm relying on my textbooks.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I have been studying way more this year, which has been so fun for me to get back into the swing of things. And I was able to be like the hype announcer at a FIFA World Cup game.
I saw it. I saw
with
it.
Japan,
I told you. It was
Japan
so
versus
cool.
Sweden.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because all the Japanese were like, who's this little white girl that can speak Japanese?
Yes.
But, oh my gosh, she speaks Japanese.
Oh,
Yes.
they get fired
Like
up
it's
about
mad
that.
respect,
Yes.
right? Like
Yes.
just to be
Oh,
a
my
fly on the
goodness.
wall for that moment. Like, oh, I love it,
It
so
was
much.
so cool. But so I've had all these opportunities, and then to solidify it by actually going to Japan. And it's something that's another passion of mine, like videography and photography, and using that to kind of like, hey, like learning a language is really cool, guys. Like you should do it too. So just, it's been the coolest thing and I'm so glad that door closed on me because now I've had all of this life experience and it's culminated to this point.
Yes, I'm going to teach you Podunk Cajun. I'm going to teach you all about
That's a bilingual.
It is bilingual.
Yeah,
Small town
yeah.
Louisiana water boy, baby. Okay, so I do a couple questions that people wrote in for you that I wanted to ask you.
People wrote in questions?
They did. And then we just have a couple of quick fire questions we want to ask
Okay,
you.
let's do
But
it.
it's all in Japanese.
Okay, perfect.
Well, yeah. Well, okay, so I loved these. One question was, how do your tights not rip?
This is the worst question to ask me because my tights always rip.
Stop it. But
it's
you
like
never
a joke.
see that. Nobody sees that, though.
Oh, you see it.
Okay.
There is one particular video that like went viral because it was posted to my account, DCC account, and Netflix. And it was like Kelly talking about how like I'm my own force or whatever. And the clip that they use, it literally looks like I've been attacked by a lion.
Stop it.
No, and I think it was because I was so overstimulated that day because it was hot in the stadium.
Oh, was this the one where you're putting your boots on and you're like, where is the AC? Yes, I've seen that one.
And it's I'm sure it started out as a tiny rip, and I was just like, yeah, I can't do it. Yeah,
you're scratching.
That's amazing.
And I think I kind of forgot that Netflix was there because you kind of just like forget that you're there. You know what I mean? So, but if I were to really try to not get to rip my tights, I would try not to connect them to the Velcro of our stars because that's what rips them. And then also, when your kicks are too amazing and they hit your face,
Jesus.
Sometimes they rip.
Yes.
Tell me about
It's
it.
just, I know.
The higher
Heaven,
the
your
kick,
kicks
all
are
the
so
time
closer to
in the
Jesus.
morning.
Exactly.
I get it.
Stretching.
I get
Rip
it.
my pants.
Okay, here's another one for you, and I love this one. Okay, so you're obviously an ambassador to DCC, America's Sweetheart, but by default, you kind of become an ambassador to DFW, right? So the question here is, if you could create your perfect day in Dallas-Fort Worth, where would you eat, what would you do, and where would you go?
Oh my gosh, I love this question. I feel like I need to write it down on a piece of paper. Okay. My perfect day I'm sleeping in. I have tried to be a morning bird for as long as I can remember, and it's not happening for me. I'm a night owl.
She's like-
Now. Yeah.
She's 4 a.m.
I
or
like to
something
wake
like
up
that,
early.
and
I'll
I'm
wake up
not.
Yeah.
early, you sleep in. We'll conquer together. It's fine.
It both work
Yeah.
in this world.
Literally,
We've
amen.
finally come to peace with
Exactly.
that.
That's how Luke is too. Wakes up at 4 a.m. naturally, no
Yeah.
alarm.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm like still awake at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right.
There was
See ya,
hey, just to make you
tonight.
feel better, there
Right.
was a Harvard study that said that super intelligent people do that. They're night owls.
Oh.
I don't know what that
So
means
you're
for
saying
the.
there's
I don't
a
know if it's an
chance.
inverse thing or not,
Yeah,
but I'm just
that's
saying,
fine.
just make you feel better about that.
Well, I'm sleeping in. I mean, I don't like to like waste the day. So maybe I'll say like 10:30 on my perfect day. I am getting coffee at my favorite coffee place in the whole entire world, which is Kona Coffee in Frisco. They have the best
Shout
espresso.
out, Kona.
Shout out.
Shout out Frisco, Texas.
And they have like musubis too, like the little rice and seaweed wrapped. They're really
Thank
good.
you for thinking we knew what that meant.
I
I really
know.
appreciate you in that moment.
I was just nodding my head like, yeah.
Yeah,
you guys
I
love
love
those. I love those. Yeah.
They also have like croissants.
Oh, got it.
Okay,
and
I've heard
then-
of that.
After I get
French
coffee,
Cajun.
I'm gonna go home and paint.
Wait, how do you like your coffee?
I get an iced vanilla latte with almond milk and cinnamon on top.
Yum.
It's really
pretty
good.
solid.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah.
But when I'm cosplaying fall in Texas, because it's always 100 degrees here,
fine.
I will just get it hot and I'll just like sweat. So that's what I'll do. And then I'll go home and paint. I do have my own painting and art business. It's called By Klein, and I do all my like art stuff on that Instagram. And I'll go home and paint for literally hours on end, and I'll listen to my 2000s Tuscan mom aesthetic playlist on Spotify. I'm really like stepping into
is that a public playlist for
it's
everybody?
public.
Did you create it?
Oh, I wish.
Oh my gosh,
I don't have
okay.
the creative skill
Like,
to
who's on
curate
that?
a
I'm trying to
playlist.
think of who that would be. That'd be like,
What do you
making my
mean?
way downtown. Like, what would that
Oh,
be?
no, it's like very like
2000s.
There's one specific song. It's called like emo Midwest, slowed and reverbed. It's a lot of
Oh,
hearing
okay.
it.
So it's more ambient
love
type
it.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Oh, I
gotcha.
love ambient stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm painting. I'll probably get like, I'm really on a chicken salad kick these days, so maybe I'll get chicken salad chick
Yum.
for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
I
And then
love that place.
It's the
It's
best.
so good.
It's for girls.
It
It's a
is
girl.
for girls.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
a
for
girl lunch
girls.
place.
That's where you can film your Get Ready With Me.
What
Oh,
did you
perfect.
Chicken
say?
salad chick.
Chicken salad chick.
Chick. That's the name of the restaurant.
Chicken salad
Yes.
chick.
Chicken salad chick.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have,
I'll
you have
try
a
it.
lot
I'll
to
try it.
discover.
Why
I'll
not?
try it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I like chicken salad.
I like the chicken salad with the fruit in it. I know some people will give me some hate for that, but I do.
Like grapes and
Like chili
raisins
grains.
and stuff.
Yeah. I know. And then maybe I'll go for a walk on the Katy Trail. I love getting my steps in. Maybe I'll go to probably take a trip to Michael's. I'm always up in Michael's.
Yes.
I'll maybe. And it's funny because I don't like shopping for clothes, but I love to shop for art supplies. Like I can really spend some
So
money on art
Michael's,
supplies.
Hobby Lobby,
Yes. It's like
cathartic to you.
Joann's,
Yes.
what are the
Oh,
other?
Joann's. Yeah.
Shout out to Joanne.
Shout out them. And then
That's Kristen Yuschek's favorite store. Remember?
it
We talked a lot
Joann's?
about that on the
Yeah,
podcast. Yeah, Kristen loves it.
And then maybe I'll go scuba diving and skydiving, and then after that I'll get some sushi for dinner, and then I'll stay up all night. and watch a movie.
What a
watch
perfect day.
anime.
Day,
I love
too.
anime. And then I will go to sleep around 2 a.m.
What is your
when
what is
Luke
your
is
all-time
waking up.
favorite anime?
All time?
Yeah.
Well, I think probably Hunter x Hunter. But I should probably say One Piece because it's the first one that I started. And I'm still watching it 10 years later. And I'm still like 40 episodes behind because it's so long. But I love any anime. It's really good.
I love that about
it's an
you.
addiction.
Yeah.
Okay, one more question before we get to our fast round.
Okay.
If you've probably gotten this one before, but I'm curious to see what you say. So, if they were ever to replace "Thunderstruck" as the DCC theme song, what song would you choose in its place?
I've never heard this question before.
I love that.
That's a really good creative
So I
one.
wouldn't even. Okay, here's the thing: you have to remove the choreography from your mind, though, because I
Okay.
know the way that you love Casey Musgraves. I love the way you love Ella Langley.
true.
I love the way that you hear a song and you think in choreography.
Yeah.
So removing that.
Okay.
What just song would you put in its place?
Okay, well, selfishly, because I do come from a hip hop background and I love like the DCC hip hop style because they
Yes.
make it just really cute. I used to make it like, I'm scared, you know?
Yeah.
So if I could replace Thunderstruck, and it's like a pregame routine that we do every game, right? Okay.
Yes.
It would be Texas by Big X the Plug.
Yes, such a good answer. The way that they incorporated that into all things FIFA,
Right?
Like I was living for
So
it.
good.
He's one of my dream guests for this podcast. Have you ever met him?
Stop. No, but
Oh.
he sounds really funny.
I know.
Well, we have a dance to Texas that plays. It's like it plays after first quarter. We just do a little tap. See, I'm from Texas, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
But that as a pregame routine,
Would
I
be
feel like
good.
the crowd would be like,
Yes.
I am from Texas."
I love that. Okay, any
Well,
other
real fast,
questions?
real fast.
Yeah, I knew
When
you had another one.
are in
I knew
the
you did.
store, when you're in the store,
I knew it.
What store?
any store,
Any store.
Joann's. You're in Joann's, you're in the glitter aisle or something like that, and a song that you've been rehearsing to and performing
Oh, yeah.
for years comes on. Does it make you start dancing, or are you filled with dread of like,
Oh, that's good.
I'm
like, does
so
it wear
annoying.
you
like you're like, I
down,
never want to
hearing
hear that
something all
song
the time?
again.
Oh,
Or is
well,
it the
that
other
is
way
a good
where
question.
you're like, oh, you find yourself doing the choreography?
Usually I'm with Luke and I'm like, oh, I have a routine to this. I always say I have a routine to this, and he's like, you have a routine to every
there.
song.
I'm shocked.
What's new?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
like, and then I'll start doing it. I'm like,
So you do it.
I
I do it a
love
little
it.
bit. I do it a
All
little bit.
right.
Yeah. That's a good question.
One question, Klein, that we always ask everybody that comes on the show, and
Ooh,
you are
okay.
speaking to people that are listening and watching our show today. And by the way, reminder, if you haven't liked or subscribed, please do that. We love you guys. You're helping us ignite hope in more people all across the world when you do that. What does hope mean to you?
That's a good question. I think hope to me is, even though we're all fighting battles that are seen or unseen, and we're all going through something and maybe still fighting things from your past and going through past traumas or living through something that maybe not everybody knows about. I think taking those experiences and morphing them into a more positive outlook and morphing it into an optimistic experience is what hope means to me.
That's so good. So to you, it's a verb, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's an action.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's ever
That's-
answered that.
That's really good.
That was really,
Oh,
really
thanks.
good. Okay, so
Wait, I like that. You said hope is an action. I really do think that.
it is an action.
Yeah.
It's a state of mind that you're kind of moving through all
Yeah.
these things. You seem like you get a little bit of a setback, and you just say, I'm moving on.
I'm pushing P.
Yeah, yeah,
that so much. Okay, so this one is always my favorite. So we're going to
Okay.
do lightning round to end our time with you today.
Okay, I don't know if my brain can move this fast, but I'll do it.
Before we do, promise me you'll come back.
I literally will be back.
Okay, this is what I would love. I would love post Japan show.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, what
Yeah.
show? What do you mean?
As soon as you
Yeah.
come back,
Oh,
let's do a
podcast
show.
Let's do it.
and talk about your trip.
Debrief on your.
I
A
think that would be
debrief?
so cool. And
Okay.
can you bring props and like food and
I'll bring. It's called omiyage, but it's like called souvenirs.
Yes, I would
Yeah.
like omiyage.
Yeah.
Are you
Okay.
Are you gonna go to Harajuku?
Oh,
in
I hope
Shinjuku
so.
district?
How do you know about
this?
that?
I've been there.
You have?
The Harajuku girls are crazy. Like
Why
the
aren't you
whole-
giving me Rex?
I will.
Oh, okay,
I'll
perfect.
tell. Yeah, I know. I'm definitely go do that.
Are
Love.
you right now?
I know.
You didn't even
It's
go to East Frisco.
No, I can't go there after dark. It's too dangerous. Just kidding.
Okay. Lightning round.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
You mean
Okay,
thunderstruck round?
Yeah, thunderstruck round. Yes. So your goal here is just to answer as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Don't overthink it. There are no wrong answers.
Oh, there's wrong answers.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, here I go.
Favorite Dallas Cowboys game day memory?
Probably when we performed with Dolly Parton for the Thanksgiving
that's
halftime, and she pulled up in our outfit,
I died.
and we had no idea that she was going to do that.
She looked better than anybody else.
She
No
looked better
offense,
than
but
me.
she
Iconic
literally looked better.
moment.
She looked better than anybody.
She had like glitter all over her. I was like, yeah, queen.
She looked good. Okay, you're up.
Okay, favorite dance move.
Favorite dance move is going to be. I'm not good at the lightning round. We call it sexy hips.
Oh yeah.
It's cute.
If you can't go twerk, go sexy hips. I love that. Okay. Most memorable Netflix moment.
For me, probably when I am yelling at Kelly Finglass to tell her that she loves me.
I love that. That's so good.
Okay, favorite travel destination, which I think we kind of already covered that.
No, somewhere you haven't been.
Maybe
It
somewhere
has to be somewhere.
yeah,
Besides
somewhere else.
Japan, okay. Okay, besides Japan, well, I am going to Alaska for my birthday.
Oh.
I'm really into the national parks, so we're going to try to do a couple national parks.
Amazing. If you're ever interested, Frisco Parks and Rec always needs great
Frisco
board
Parks-
members. Yes.
Yes, I will
love
literally
it.
join.
Okay. Don't
to
mess with me
Denali.
the way that I would love
Yeah.
you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I think I know the answer to this, but coffee or tea?
Oh. Okay, that actually might be a tie because I really do like tea too.
Oh, interesting. Tie is a good answer.
Like
Yeah,
matcha
Thai.
or what?
Yeah.
Like sleepy time tea.
Oh, yeah,
Or like
sleepy
mint.
time.
I love mint tea.
You ever
Yeah.
combine two teas?
I combine
You do
tea
that.
and coffee into one.
What?
Just kidding.
Oh, that would be something.
You want to know? You know
What?
this. You know this is like an embarrassing lettuce story. Just if I may. One time I thought I was taking sleepy time tea and I took smooth move tea.
Oh no.
There will be no
Smooth
sleepy
moves.
time after you take smooth move tea. Yeah.
Smooth move.
Y'all thought it was the lettuce. It's not. Okay, you're up. You're up.
Okay, beach or mountains?
Oh, beach.
That's good. Same.
Because I'm a mermaid.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the next page. One word your family would use to describe you.
Adventurous.
Ooh, good one.
job.
Okay,
Good
you get the
answers.
purpose of the last one.
Okay.
Very last one. It's my favorite of all the questions.
All right,
my
one
gosh.
word that describes this season of your life.
This season of my life, I'm gonna say whimsical.
That's so good.
Whimsical.
I love it. Okay, so for people that want to see more of your art, tell me the Instagram handle again. And is that the best place to find it?
Yes, well, I do have a website, but I prefer my Instagram if you want to just gaze upon. But it's called by_Kleine_.
Okay, and spell Klein for those that have been living under a rock. Yeah.
It's KLEINE.
I love it so much. Well, thank you for your time.
Yes, of course.
We know how busy you are and how long we have just
Never
been
too busy for this.
well, praying for this moment. And I genuinely can't say enough that when you give of your time and your talents, what it does to the women and families that we serve, but also just people that are fans of you to get to pull back the curtain and just to get to see your heart and your humor and just your personality. I think it's just, I love you. I can't tell you that enough. It's so meaningful to us.
I love you too. Thank you for having me. This is literally the best ever.
And the fact that we get to do some makeup on Kevin.
Oh my gosh, I can't
We're going
wait.
to put some guardrails on that.
You want to talk about whimsical.
Okay, I would love for you to conclude this for us with imagine that you're speaking to a 14-year-old girl.
Okay.
And she is grinding it out through all the tryouts and working hard on all her tumbles and whatever else, right? And she needs a little bit of encouragement. What would you say to her?
Oh, that's really good. Well, if I could talk to any young woman or any young girl, I would try to put myself in her shoes and talk to my younger self. But I would say to literally keep pushing, keep working, but also to work on your heart and your mind as much as your body and your talent. I think a lot of times in this day and age, we focus so hard on trying to be perfect in every single aspect, in every single regard, and we kind of forget about the heart and the mind and and other passions and strength and education. I am very big into education. If you have any opportunity to take and further your education, take it, while simultaneously working on your body, working on your spirit, working on your talents. So I would just say, if you're feeling down and hard about yourself, just take some time for yourself and focus on just meditating, being present, and focusing on your character too.
That's so good. Oh, I love you so much. Can you send us out today in Japanese, please?
Hi. Well, what should I say?
Thanks for say thank you and
I'll just
goodbye.
Thank you and goodbye.
Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. Sayonara.
Wow.
I love it. All right.
Right,
We'll see you
sayonara.
guys again soon. I am thunderstruck. That was so
That
good.
was great, wasn't it? We
You-
told you it was going to be good.
You think you know somebody, but like as many years, it's 2.5 years that I've known her, being able to really sit down with her and get to know her through long form content, that was super fun.
Oh, it's
I learned
the
a lot
best.
about her today for the first time. I think
It's
that was
the-
really cool.
I think this is why so many celebrities like doing podcasts now,
Yeah.
because you get to sit down and start actually talking like a human being.
Yes.
Because when you're doing those kind of, I mean, I have to do those. You do too. We do those media, whatever you want to call them, like media tours or whatever. And you're just like boom, 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 boom. You're doing one after another. And you never get to be yourself. You're sort of, to some degree, saying talking points and stuff. And so it's kind of like it was that also mixed with that she's kind of allowed to be more of a free agent now
Yes.
than she has been. And
Yes.
she's on, and so I think getting to hear from her just kind of behind the scenes and everything was amazing. So what were some takeaways for you that you got?
I mean, look, it's pretty cool when we can break the fourth wall for our viewers and people that are listening. But something that a lot of people, we mentioned this briefly in the episode, but we did have a studio full of survivors. It was a really beautiful thing. I actually asked Kleine ahead of time if she would mind a live studio audience. I think we like to have people in the room because
yeah.
it makes us just feel like we're on. But our guests don't always like that. So it was really cool, one, that she said that she was up for that. But two, when we put the call out to our support group and when we put the call out to the women that we serve and just said, we know some of you are super fans, we didn't have enough seats for the amount of people that wanted to be here. So the same thing with our staff, full disclosure. I mean, we literally had to tell people no. So when these women showed up, it was such a beautiful opportunity and they were like, can we take pictures? Can we take videos? Of course, during the episode. But something that you guys need to know about Kleine that won't surprise you a bit, especially if you're a fan of the show and you see all that she was able to accomplish when it came to the pay raise for the cheerleaders, when it came to being the captain and being the point, all the things that Kleine did so beautifully, it's because of who she is. And let me tell you something, when the camera stopped rolling, she spent just as much time with those women as she's authentically herself. Who you see on camera is who she is off camera. There was no different Kleine. She stayed to hug these women, to do life with them, to thank them for their time, to thank them for coming. She took pictures. I mean, literally, as long as we would have liked Kleine to be here, she would have stayed with these women. And it's just so meaningful to see when you get a platform like that. It's not about followers. It's not about, talk about being an influencer in a very positive way. You know, I think she's a change agent, but she's a change agent by just being who she is. I think that the Lord has given her a personality full of integrity. And I think that she's somebody that works really hard for things that she believes in. And man, it was just really, we've known that about her, but it was just so beautiful to see what it meant to those women. And you want to talk about women that like, they're hard. Our hard is nothing. Their hard is hard. And on your worst day, and this is something she said to me, she grabbed my hands before she left and we almost went nose to nose. And she literally said, it took everything in my power to not cry when I was talking to one particular woman because my heart isn't hard. And it was just a beautiful thing. So
Yeah.
she is who she says she is. And it's so easy to be her biggest fan.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is I'm just fascinated by people who are very highly motivated and highly driven and achieve some level of success. If you think about it, to be the captain of the Cowboys Cheerleaders, that is the highest level. So every little girl, like when Finn was going through
Yes.
cheer and all that stuff like that, everything funnels up to what would be the very top position in the world for being a cheerleader. It has to be the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my gosh,
cheerleader
that's
captain,
the pinnacle.
right?
Yes.
That's the pinnacle of success.
100.
So it's worth studying people who are able to accomplish something like that. Like how do you get to that? And I think that what I love about her was just this throw everything into whatever she's focused on kind of an attitude without fear.
Yeah.
And, the whole experience must be terrifying. I can't imagine, to go in there and they're telling you like, oh, you're too big or you're too little or you have a weird face or something.
Or your technique. A lot of what you hear on the show is just like, oh my gosh, you are the greatest ballerina ever of all time. You could go do anything you want to do, be a professional, but it doesn't work for our style.
Yeah.
Or like you're the greatest or jazz or lyric, whatever it is that you're the greatest hip hop.
But we already have 3 of them.
But it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
That's not the DCC style. It's just wild.
And
you're
they're
like,
just piecing the puzzles together. And so a lot of that is like to be able to have such a buoyant personality that you're not going to be overwhelmed by criticism or feedback that's negative. And, I think that's her attitude, is to just keep pushing forward. Yeah. You were saying, on the latest season when she'd had an opportunity to kind of come in not as the captain and throw herself into that role. And that earned so much respect from her teammates. And you could just see that attitude. And I think that's so interesting. This arc that she has now, this Japanese path that she's taking, is so fascinating to me, because it's another one of those fish out of water type of opportunities for her. She's going to Japan. She's gonna spend time there, with a language that she's kind of learned largely through textbook, and it's different when you're living somewhere and you're having to adapt to all the cultural elements. Right. But I think they're gonna love her for the very reason that we all love her, is that she is gonna go over there and give her best of who she is out to those people and say, I'm here to learn and I just want to be a friend and citizen or whatever. Yes. And then the dynamic that's going to be there, which is just so fascinating, because they're going to look at it and go, wow, you're it's a respect thing. Yeah. And they're going to look at her and say, you've achieved this pinnacle of success and you're here and you want to hang out with us and you want to connect. That's incredible. So anyway, I just think that's fascinating, and it's worth following her, by the way. Like, if you guys get the chance to go on and follow her on Instagram, any of her respective socials, because she is doing some cool stuff right now.
And as a mom of a daughter, as a mom in general, like, I speak with confidence when I tell you, like, the comfortability I have with my children looking up to her and my daughter wanting to be like her. I want to be her. Like, I would be proud if my daughter took steps toward, Klein's kind of path, but same, who doesn't want to be her?
Right.
I mean, she's such a queen. What an honor to have her on the show. And she did promise us, you guys, that she was coming back for an episode as soon as she gets back from Japan. We told her that we really want to know all about her journey, all about her travels. We want to have this full circle moment. And yet again,
maybe we should just go to Japan and meet up with her.
It's literally the least we can do. It's the least we can do. Yeah. But thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We hope that you love this one. We've got some really exciting guests coming up, and I can't wait for you guys to meet them and fall in love with them the way that you have Kleine. Anything else before we go today?
No, just another reminder to please like this video if you get the chance. It's always kind of weird hearing everyone like pandering for that, but it really matters. It really matters.
Well,
so if you
get Kleine out there. I mean, the thing is, like, if it's not just about us, it's not just about our show.
I want people to hear this episode.
Yes, when you fall in love with personalities and individuals like Kleine, help us with their stories. And then we appreciate you guys that watch the full episodes. The shorts are out there, but also our social media. Like, when you guys go and you like those and you share those, that's all that we need to be able to tell these messages in a more profound way. So thank you guys for that.
And you never know who you're going to find on Hope Ignited. We love talking to athletes and musicians. And we have a young man coming in who's one of the smartest future cancer researchers in the country and the world.
And it's not me. I know you could be confused about who he's talking
That's
about.
Not her moonlighting
we also
gig.
had an episode with a dog in a box. Like, you never know what you're going to find on Hope Ignited.
Yeah,
so
you never know.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Hope Ignited.
See you soon.